Page 70, Spring. It's a well-known melody from a guy who lived a long, long time ago. At the top of the page, they're introducing a new thing we use in music. Well, it's new to us, not new in music. They call it an upbeat or a pickup. Now, some people will consider an upbeat something else. I'm not going to get into it. You can call this an upbeat too. And this pickup beat, or this pickup, can have other names. It can be more than one beat. Look in Spring at the beginning. You have a C by itself. It's in a measure all by itself. Well, that's an incomplete measure because according to the time signature, every measure's got to have 4 counts. So this is a pickup. We're picking up to the piece. We're not starting on beat 1. We're starting on another beat, in this case, beat 4. But in order to be correct, technically, you got to have 4 counts in every beat, so the other 3 counts need to be someplace. And normally, they'll be at the end. They'll just stick it at the end. You look at the last measure, it has 3 counts in it. That's 3 counts. So they take the last measure of the piece and they split it. And they take the end of that measure and they stick it at the top. So the first 3 counts are in the last measure, and we're coming in on beat 4. So it's a 4-1. 4-1, and that's how the counting goes. You're simply starting on a different count other than beat 1. And it could be anything less than a full measure. I could have started on beat 2, 2, 3, 4, 1, or 3, 4, 1, or 4, 1, or whatever the music needs. And that's what we call a pickup, or what they call an upbeat. It's also known as an anacrusis. I don't care how technical you want to get. You can always Google it and hear or read all about it. Well, let's talk Spring here. I look it over. It's 3 lines long. Treble, bass, clef, 4/4 time signature. I see a bunch of quarter notes and eighth notes, dotted half notes. Ooh. And it does have a pickup beat. That's one of the things you need to notice. Does it start on beat 1 or not? No, this one starts on beat 4. Right hand first, because the hands are playing together, so I'm going to do right hand first. It starts here, and that puts the hand here. So we're in C position. It's 4-1. 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1. See, I don't do the ands till right before I need them. Everybody does it different. You could do ands all the time. 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. But I'm too lazy for that. So I just start a beat before I need it. That way I get into it. 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and. So I do that? Okay. Now when I get to measure 6, there's a half note and then a rest. And then going on, there's an 8VA above the staff. Remember 8VA? You move an octave. Which direction you go depends on where the 8VA is. If it's above the staff, you go up. If it's below the staff, you go down. Well, this is above the staff. So rather than here, I'm simply coming up here, and I'll do it up here. I mean, there are notes in music that represent these notes, so they wouldn't have to use an 8VA. But we haven't learned those yet. This is hard enough as it is, so we use the 8VA to help us out here. And that dotted line continues now for the rest of the piece, so you're up here for the rest of it. Keep in mind, it's only the right hand. It only applies to the staff it's next to. If they want both staves, they have to say both hands, or both staves, or they have to put the 8VA above both staves. Left hand. So you are C and a G, that puts you here. So C position. 1, just lower the hand down. 1, 2, 3, rest. Rest. Well, that's fun. Let's go to measure 5. Here. Now, we have an F sharp. And we have to accommodate the extra note. So I can't use second finger here because I got to use it for the F sharp. If I use thumb, now I'm out of fingers to go on. So we simply reach up a little bit, just stretch up a little bit because you want to connect them. Here, just reach up and use third finger. This way, I got enough fingers. This is very common in piano. We do this a lot where we're squishing down and reaching out a little bit. Even little hands, you got to be able to do that. And And then you're only doing it long enough to play the note, and then you're relaxing again. And then in measure 6, remember that ABA, that's only to the right hand. Therefore, in measure 7, you're still here. The left hand doesn't move. Then I put the hands together and see what mess this is. It's here, 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Now, when I play the D, the 8th note, the left hand has to come up. Those 8th notes are by themselves. And then here, the 8th notes are by themselves. Here, let's go to measure 6. We're here. During the rest, the right hand comes up. The left hand stays there. And you go on. You're playing the same thing again, basically, but the right hand is up here rather than here. Now, once I have the notes and rhythms in, then I'll go back over it slowly and get rid of any hesitations. Now, once I have the notes and the rhythms in and no hesitations, then I add the articulation. The staccatos are short, flexing at the wrist. Basically the articulation throughout. Be careful on these staccatos though, like in the last measure at the bottom. This, 3 counts, it comes up on beat 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Comes up on beat 4. This is short, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So this stays down even though the left hand's done. Don't lift them at the same time. If they wanted that, there's a way to notate it. No, leave this down for the full 3 counts. It's important. It's like in the second full measure here. This stays down because I'm going to connect this. So I'm going to connect all that up. So this stays down even though I'm done here, because some people again would lift up. And that's not what's written. There's no rest there for the right hand. Now, once I have the articulation in, then I add the dynamics. You're starting out loud. And when you get to measure 6 or 7, it's like an echo. It's soft. And you're staying that way for the rest of the piece. I'm going to challenge you here. Let's see how well you're doing. Hopefully you're getting the notes and the rhythms okay. You know the names of the notes. You're fine. If so, try this. If you're not, if you're struggling with it, forget this for now. But we have a term in music, I think I've talked about it before, called bring out the melody. They give you one dynamic, like at the beginning, the F. That applies to the melody. So you have to figure out where the melody is. In this case, it's the right hand throughout. So the dynamics shown are for the right hand. The left hand needs to stay out of the way. It's backup singers. Backup. Soft. So I'm heavy, soft. At the same time, can you do that? Light, heavy. Don't play them the same. Because otherwise it's just a chord. It doesn't sound like anything. So play this left hand light throughout. The right hand is at the mouth. When you get to the part where you go up and you're playing soft, this has to be really soft. It helps a little bit because the hands are so far apart. And it's easier to hear it better when it's farther apart than to hear. But still, this is soft and that needs to be under. Don't play this the same. Yep. No, this needs to be really soft. Listen carefully. I'm just kind of stroking the keys lightly. Just kind of come here. Yeah. That takes practice. But I'm asking you to be working on it now because the music's going to get more difficult. So let's just see if we can get a handle on this weight where you're heavy in one hand and not the other. Yeah, that takes time. Now the speed, Allegro is fast, and you can find recordings of this, the Four Seasons, the spring from Four Seasons. This is... 5 fast for now. It's just a general idea of how fast you want to go. Again, the metronome markings are just suggestions to give you an idea of how allegro you want to be. Let's play this together slowly and check the notes and the rhythms. I'll give us 3 counts. See, when we have a pickup beat like this, I would give us 4 counts normally because it's 4/4 time, but since we come in on beat 4, I'm only going to give us 3 counts. 1, ready, go, and then we come in. Now on this one, you should be able to play most of this without looking at the keyboard, because when you're here, you should be able to go all the way to measure 5 here without looking. But then you got to look down to get the right hand up here. So you got to look down for that. But once you're in position and you're going again, you shouldn't have to look down again for the rest of the piece. So here you do have to look down in the middle of it one time. Otherwise, no, you keep your eyes on the music, please. Now let's play this together slowly. Check the notes and the rhythms. Not going to do the dynamics. And I'll just give us 3 counts. You see, when we have pickup beats, the counts I give is according to the time signature. In 4/4 time, I give you 4. But when we come in on beat 4, I'm only going to give you 3. So 1, ready, go, and then we come in. 1, ready, go. To rest.